Hello, welcome to Miemie's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. We are making cluster bases today for the 100-day project. We are on day 86. As you can see, I have a lot of small, bigger scraps, but mostly your teeny tiny little scraps. If you're like me, you don't throw them away and keep them. So we're going to make just cluster bases today, so we're not making a full cluster. These are perfect to have on hand if you're doing, say for instance, a bee journal and you need bee clusters. You can just, the cluster base is there. It's like when we did the bases for the journal covers. The base is there and you can just go ahead and continue to decorate it. So let's start. I'll have my glue book over here and let's just start with a couple of bases. I'll move some of the decorations away and we'll kind of make a couple at a time, I'm thinking. And we'll make bigger ones and maybe a couple of smaller ones. Let's just add that on there. Maybe taller ones, square ones. Oh, shapes and sizes today. I have here a square piece of music or a rectangle piece of music paper. Let's see what we can do with that one. And I have here some of my painted papers that tore in the dyeing process. So let's do those. I think that's all I can fit in on the screen. So for this one we can possibly add something like that. Let's add something blue in there. There's another piece of purple. Maybe we'll add that on there with some book page. And so let's do 3 layers. Okay, maybe 3 or 4. I have this doily. Let's add the doily in there. Okay, so that one is done and we can glue. Uh-oh, I left my blue glue closed again. So you can either glue these together or just staple them together. Let's see if my glue will play along and actually glue. And as you can see, I'm not gluing everything totally down. What I like about the clusters, if they have a couple of flyaway corners and not look too flat. For this one, let's add this piece of paper and then we have 3 layers. Okay, so those 2 are done. Maybe I'll just, and you can add, today I'm just doing like a paper base. You can definitely add this one. I printed something on top, I don't know what. Anyway, you can definitely add laces, you can add fabrics. Today I'm just gonna concentrate on doing paper bases because that's what Tina did. So, and I'm following along with Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah for the theme, I would say, for my 100-day project. And you can add bigger or smaller pieces for sure. What did I do with that doily? It fell on the floor. There. Let's add some doily in here. And then another one is done. It is that fast and easy, perfect project to use up all your scraps, your misprints, your everything. Okay, let's concentrate on some of the others. I'll have there's a piece of book page there. Let's just add it on a couple of pieces. Okay, and then a third layer, because you're going to add stuff on top still, so there's no thinking, no rhyme or reason here. I'm just kind of putting layers on top of each other, and we're going to add more to it later, and we'll finish a couple off at the end. Let's get some other colors in here, maybe something like this. Let's do a torn edge here. Something like that. For this one, maybe add that in there. There's a very tiny piece of yellow scrap. Shall we add it on there? And then we need something for that blue. This is the instructions for when I built the bookcases for my craft room. I just dyed it, and it is perfect for collage. But yes, small pieces of paper, there's lots of uses for them. Okay, which one? Let's glue these down. And I'm not too concerned on how they look, because we're going to add more layers to this. This is just a base, and Tina just did 2 layers of paper. I'm doing 3. So you don't even have to add a lot on there. So those are done. 3 layers, 3 layers. Let's use more of my, let's use all of this up. Let's make 3 big ones, and let's add another base in here. Let's grab some. So I'm not even thinking about this, just putting paper down, because we're going to cover most of this with something else. I like the treble clef to show. And this one, let's just do that. And then that one is done. There's a piece of square blue paper. Maybe I made tiles of that one as well at one point. There. This one, shall we just do that? So, what else do we have here? So what have you guys been up to? I have to say not much. Not a lot, unfortunately, lately, but you know, it will happen when it happens. Maybe I'll make a bigger one with this one. I just had a couple of very unproductive days. Well, not totally unproductive. I spent some time with my friends. So, I mean, that's not unproductive, but maybe getting things done in the garden and the house. Oh, I haven't done anything with this one. But, you know, it's sometimes you have to relax. Relaxing is good. Okay, let's just do that. But so this weekend we have a couple of chores to do in the garden for sure. That has to be done and finished. So I think we'll have a bit of a work weekend. I told the kids, no, if you want to see your friends, it would have to be after 5. we're going to do some stuff. Get things done so we can relax in. Maybe I want this one with that nice edge. Let's flip it over. Okay, so these are done. That one's done. Yeah, so we have a long weekend this weekend. I do not know why we have a long weekend. I'm not asking questions. I'm just happy there's a long weekend. My glue finally clogged up. What did I do with the pin for this one? Sorry, I just have to unclog my glue. I don't know if this was a long-term solution. We'll have to see. Okay, so those are done. Let's start one more batch. Let's tear up this piece of paper. Let's make a bigger, two bigger clusters. There is some printed papers. Let's do that one. A smaller cluster. There's some printed papers as well. Let's do one that goes this way. And I am just grabbing here. I'm not, like I say, I'm not even thinking about it. Just tearing papers. Okay, let's add things on top. Oh, I don't want script on script. Let's do that one. Let's do that. Oh, no, maybe this way. I like that flower. And have this awkward. I'm just looking for a bigger piece that I can kind of tear up to add in there. Maybe this is too small. We might need another layer on there. Let's get rid of the blue on this piece and add that in there. Yes, okay, we'll do the gluing in a minute. Oh, there's more like nicely textured. I think this was probably eco-dyed papers that obviously didn't make it. I got tangled up somehow. There. And I still have this piece of blue here. Just add that to that. Let's add some doily to this and make it kind of more girly. And this one we can add that. Maybe the pink. We need something for that one. That doesn't go. Some of the papers that I usually put behind when I'm gluing, and let's just add some paper on there. So this one still needs a little something. A third. That green doesn't go with it. This, yeah, that might be good. Like I say, we're going to add more things, so it should be fine. Okay, every piece have 3 layers. So okay, we'll just finish here. because I can keep going for quite some time. This is actually fun. Not that it made a big dent in my scrap pieces of paper, but I don't know how you guys organize your scrap papers. I organize mine like I have one of those tiered trolleys with drawers. So I have the top drawer is small pieces of scraps for clusters. So that's where I got these cluster pieces from. Then the next drawer has strips of paper in. So it's those strips that you cut off when you're, cutting your paper smaller for the pages in your journal. Then the next drawer is printed paper, so scraps from either scrapbook paper, book pages, but not just writing, so images. The next one is book pages, so that would be just writing. And the fifth drawer has like the plain papers, so either from books or my coffee dyed papers, things like that. Okay, so there's the scraps. Let's see how many bases we made in 16 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And as I say, I can keep going for the next 15 and I'll end up with 40 pieces. So let's decorate some of these. Obviously the idea for today is just to end here. Make the bases, and then when you get to your journal, you'll go through your bases and decide, oh, I want a bee journal, and add a bee on here, or a butterfly, or whatever you want to do. So it's just the basis for today. That was the project. But let's decorate some of these because it's pretty boring watching me tearing papers and just gluing at random. Let's do this one because I just saw this cute little squirrel sitting here. So obviously I need to add more things in here, and I can continue and add more papers because I just want something for him to stand on. So I'm thinking for him I will add something extra, and let's just tear this down and add that on top there. Then he can kind of sit on that and he's not just floating around. And I have all kinds of small things. So for these you'll obviously need small things. For me, first thing I think of is stamps, labels, anything like that will work. Small things. Depending on the size of your cluster, obviously. And I'm just thinking, where can I maybe add this stamp? And do I have some lace or washi tape? Let's see what else I can add. I need a little I don't want color necessarily, but just a little something. Oh, there's a yellow. Shall we go for washi tape? Okay, we'll go for washi tape. So I'm gonna add that stamp there in the back. And I'm going to glue this down. So we'll just glue some of the layers on the bottom down. Okay. And I'm just thinking maybe we'll just add a little bit of washi here in the background. that straight part of the washi to show. Needs to go underneath something. But it's so little. Okay, just like that. And let's add the yellow in there too. And let's put this one behind the stamp. Just in there. This washi definitely needs some glue, obviously. And then the little squirrel, I am going to add a bit of ink on him. Where is my ink? I do not know. Let's see how much ink I have on this. Oh, enough. I just want to cover that white part of the kiss cutting. I don't want to cover the whole thing in ink anyway, but I wonder what I did with my inks. Okay. And he will sit there, and that is one cluster decorated and done. And look at how cute is that. If you add this to a tag, I don't have anything here, I didn't think about that, but say for instance this is my tag or my belly band, and I add that on there, and see, you don't even have to do more, it's done. Okay, so one cluster is done. Let's decorate another one. This flower I would like to fussy cut more. Just cut that white in there, that big area of white out. Okay. Oh, and the 100-day giveaway, let's talk about that while I'm fussy cutting this. The nominees for the day 100 giveaway is Jessica and Deb. I'll have your names in the description box. And if you're new and you don't know what to do to participate in the giveaway, all you need to do is comment on more than one video. Leave a comment, more than one video, and every day when I answer my comments I will nominate 2 people to go into the giveaway. And that is as easy as that. And what will you win? You'll win a envelope filled with ephemera that I made from day 51 to day 100. And you might ask, why day 51? Well, I did a giveaway on day 50, so that ephemera I've already mailed and given away. So day 51 to day 100, so you'll end up with 50 odd plus pieces, because if they're smaller things like these clusters, I will probably add more than one cluster to that envelope just because it's small. Yes, so if you're interested in that, leave a comment and watch more than one video and leave a comment. And you have to be subscribed to the channel. And look at that. While I was talking, this one is done too. Where did I put the finished clusters? There. The other thing that works great are if you bought these, maybe at one point I thought it was a good idea because I didn't read the description on how big these are. These are great for the clusters too because they're small. So let's see if we can use some of this on the clusters. Let's pick a couple. That one is nice and a bigger image, more defined. There's one. Okay, that's probably enough, and let's pick one from the other two boxes. See, once your cluster base is done, doing the clusters is easy. So when I'm in front of the TV, I would make the cluster bases because I don't want all of these decorative stuff in the TV room with me. And then I'll come upstairs and I have a tray with like small pieces of cutouts or fussy cuts and things, and then I'll add those to my clusters. And that's how I do it, because like I say, I don't want all of the mess in my TV room. I just want the bare minimum there every night and then go from there. So let's use one of these. We can maybe even do two at a time because that one is very blue. Yeah, let's put it on that one. And now you can decide to add maybe some laces. I have some lace here. Let's add a piece of this on there. Laces, words. Shall we add some lace to that one too? Add some lace there. And that one can possibly use something else, not that. Maybe this stamp. And this one, shall we add a stamp onto that one as well? And of course, I had some of those little tiles we made. Those can be used too. I'm just thinking of things that can go on here, but this is good enough. Let's add this. If I do want to add words maybe later on, I can still do that, but to a cluster you can always add more to make it bigger if you need a bigger cluster. But there, it's decorated. Let's do one more. My glue is getting to the point where I need to refill it, so maybe we'll keep going until the glue says no more. And maybe I'll do a gold frame on this one just to make it stand out a little bit more. Oops, that might be more than I wanted to add, but it's all good. Okay, another one done. This one, shall I add some gold on there too? Just, I have it here. I might have to add more glue to it because the art glitter glue would be dry by now. That's okay. Okay. So yeah, if you have these and you were thinking, what am I going to do with this? Because you were like me, you didn't read the description and realized how small those are perfect for that. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. And what do we have here? Let's do something yellow. Is that one too big for this? No. We'll do that. It's nice and cheerful, why not? And I'm just gonna, again, I'm not even re-inking because I don't know what I did with my ink. But this brush has enough ink on there to just tone down the white. So let's glue this one on. Let's see if we want anything more. I like that it's kind of hanging off my cluster. We can add the sticker on there. Let's do that to give it some layering. And shall we add one of our teeny tiny bows on there as well? Okay, let's see if we can use our little tile on here. Okay, let's get the words straight up. A small piece of lace behind our tile maybe. Okay, and do we need something else behind the tile? That. Okay. See how fast the clusters come together once you have a base. You're not working from scratch, you're not or starting from scratch. There's already something to work with here, so it's just fast. And then all those little things that we've done up until now, you can add to your cluster. And then of course you can add more detail if you get to the journal and you, say for instance, you want to use this cluster as a side tuck. You can just add some cardstock in the back or more layers for it to work. Come on, dry. Okay, shall we do more? I am having fun. I don't know about you guys, but I am having fun. So these vellum pieces are definitely a little more difficult to work with because they are see-through. Maybe we'll just add that bird there as my focal point. There's a bigger bird. No, I actually like the stamp more. Let's see if we can add a little something in behind. No, I don't like that. Maybe a label, another stamp. We can layer up stamps. Nobody said we're not allowed to, especially if we have enough. Okay, I do like that stamp. Still thinking maybe a label, but not blue. But I don't know, I am running very low on labels for sure. Let's see. There's this one. Yes, let's do that. So we're going to glue down this stamp. And of course, you can keep adding layers and layers and layers if you need more once you get to use them in your journal. Let's do one last one. I'm thinking this image, shall we add it on here? And yes, let's do that. Just going to add some ink on the white spots again to tone it down. Add my stamp. And as you can see, it's as easy as that. Once you have the base, I think the clusters are way faster to finish. And again, these ideas I got from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. These were not my ideas. I am just following along with all her wonderful mask making projects. And we are on day 86. 100 days are almost done. And I can go ahead in here and add more inks and all kinds of things. Let me push away all the small things that I have here. and we will add those in later. I'm sorry, I just want to finish this one. I saw this style. I'm thinking that is perfect on there. I don't know exactly. Let's add some washi on there. And I am thinking some lace. Where did I put the lace? That is too small. Last one. And that again, I will link the video for how I made these little tiles. It was just a couple of days ago. It was day 83. If you want to look on my playlist, I do have a playlist for the 100-day project. And that is done. Do I need... Almost wondering, no, that is too big. If I want something else behind there, no, definitely need labels. Okay, I think that is good enough. I can always add some lace or something in there. So these are the ones we didn't decorate today. The ones we've decorated are this one, this one, this one. Can you see them? This one, that one. See, pretty fast. And I can also go in again, like I say, maybe add a ribbon or add more flowers, whatever. When you get to your journal, you can keep adding to this. But if you have these bases, the clusters are so much faster to make. Or even if you do clusters step by step, make the bases, add something and keep adding, like mass making, again, so much faster and easier to do. Anyway, thank you for watching today, and thank you to Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah for all her ideas, and then Jessica and Deb, your names are in the jar today for the giveaway on day 100, and I will see you again tomorrow. Let me see, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow on day 87 we're doing specimen cards. So if you want to see how to make your own specimen cards, remember to join me tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That will all help me and I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.